You will never be brave if you don't get hurt. You will never learn if you don't make mistakes. You will never be successful if you don't encounter failures. Good morning, students, and welcome to the seventh and last part of chapter number 4, Refraction of Light at Plane Surfaces. Today, let us study about total internal reflection in a prism. This part is mainly diagrammatic oriented part. Usually, for board examinations, completion of ray diagram is a must question. Some models of the questions that have already come for board examinations you can see here. The first question which I am showing is given in ICSE published specimen paper. And this question came in 2018 board examination. And this question has come in 2016 board examination. To understand how to complete this type of ray diagrams, you must be good at some of the concepts you have already studied in physics and even in geometry. Let us revise them. Number 1, critical angle. We know critical angle of glass is 42 degree. When angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, remember 42 degree for glass, angle of refraction is 90 degree, or light passes through the separation of medium. Number 2, if angle of incidence is more than critical angle, that is for glass more than 42 degree, total internal reflection will take place. That means angle of reflection will be equal to angle of incidence. Number 3, if angle of incidence is less than critical angle, that is for glass less than 42 degree, then ray of light will refract. Remember, how does this refraction happen? If light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, speed decreases. So, ray of light bend towards the normal. And if light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, speed of light increases. So, light ray bend away from the normal. Now, point number 4. If ray of light passes through the normal, there is no change in path, ray will go straight without any change in the path. And also, along with this, you must know some of the simple and basic knowledge about geometry. Number 1, a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. Number 2, the angle sum property of a triangle is 180 degree. That means if we add all the 3 angles together, it will be equal to 180 degree. Number 3, you also should know how to find the third angle if 2 of the angles of a triangle are given. So that was the revision of all that we should know to construct and complete the path of light for a triangular prism. There are 3 types of triangular prisms. Number 1, right-angled isosceles prism, also called as total reflecting prism. Isosceles means 2 of the sides are equal, so 2 of the angles also are equal. Right-angled means angle is of 90 degree. So, one angle is 90 degree, other 2 angles are equal. Let us suppose that as x. And angle sum property of triangle is 180 degree. So, 90 plus x is equal to 180 degree. And therefore, 2x is equal to 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90 degree. So, x will be equal to 90 divided by 2, that is equal to 45 degree. So angles of right angled isosceles prism is 45 degree, 90 degree and 45 degree. Second type of prism is equilateral prism. Equilateral means all sides are equal. So all the angles are equal. Let us suppose equal angles as x, and angle sum property of a triangle is 180 degree. So x plus x plus x is equal to 180 degree, 3x is equal to 180 degree, and x will be equal to 180 divided by 3, that is equal to 60 degree. So every angle of an equilateral prism is 60 degree. Now the third type of prism is right angled prism. In this type, one angle is of 90 degree and the remaining angles are of 60 degree and 30 degree. Now our first type of prism, that is total reflecting prism, right angled isosceles prism, is used for three purposes. Number one, to deviate ray of light through 90 degree. Number two, deviate ray of light through 180 degree. And number three, to erect an inverted image. Let us understand them. First one, to deviate ray of light through 90 degree. Let us take a total reflecting prism. We know here angle B is 90 degree, angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 45 degree. If a ray of light incident normally at the face AB, we know it will pass undeviated into the prism and strikes the face AC. Now the important part is to identify angle of incident at this point. Let us mark this point as R. Now how to do that? To find it out, let us do some geometrical calculations. We can see AQR is a triangle where angle A is equal to 45 degree. Angle Q is equal to 90 degree. Now what is the value of angle R? Let us find it out. Angle R is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 45. That is equal to 180 minus 135, which is equal to 45 degree. So if angle R of triangle AQR is 45 degree, then angle of incidence will be 90 degree minus 45 degree is equal to 45 degree. Because line N is a perpendicular, that is a normal. Now if angle of incidence is 45 degree, what will happen? Surely total internal reflection will take place, because critical angle of glass is 42 degree and here angle of incidence is 45, that is more than the critical angle. Now this ray PR will totally reflect and reach at the face. Let us mark this point as S. Now what is the angle of incidence at S? Let us find it out as we have already done above. Take triangle CRS. Here angle R is equal to 45 degree and angle C is equal to 45 degree. Then surely angle S will be equal to 90 degree. So when a light is incident normally, it passes undeviated. So the ray of light goes out undeviated. So you can see that the incident beam gets deviated through 90 degree while emerging out of the prism. This is the only method to construct a complete ray diagram for prisms. Watch this part again and again and draw the ray diagrams of the remaining prisms. Now this action of prism, that is to deviate a ray of light through 90 degree, is used in a periscope. Now the second type is to deviate a ray of light through 180 degree. You can see the diagram how it happens. Here twice total internal reflection take place. So 90 degree plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Light deviates through 180 degree. So it is used in binocular and camera to invert the image without any loss of intensity of light. Now the third type, to erect an inverted image without any deviation. You can see the diagram. Here object yx becomes xy. When it comes out of the prism, the inverted image gets erected. This prism is also called as erecting prism. This type of prism is used in slide projector. There are many other diagrams given in the textbook. Take them, draw the prism, then draw the first ray of light and then complete the entire ray till it comes out of the prism. Please follow the method which I have already taught you. If refraction takes place, no need to identify the angle when it comes out of the prism. Just follow whether it goes towards the normal or away from the normal. Now the question is, why do we use a total internal reflecting prism in place of a plane mirror? The reason is so simple. If you use a plane mirror, both the reflection and refraction take place. So reflected ray does not contain 100% of incident ray of light. But during total internal reflection, entire light gets reflected. No refraction take place. So we get 100% of incident ray as output. There are some consequences of total internal reflection. 5 of them are given in the textbook. Practically you can observe more examples from your surroundings. All of them may ask as a reasoning question. Some of them let us see here. Number 1, on a hot sunny day, a driver may see a pool of water or wet road in front of him at some distance. This is called as a mirage. What do you see in the picture is not water, but this is due to total internal reflection, which we call as mirage. Now the second, a piece of diamond sparkles. We know critical angle of diamond is 25 degree. Diamonds are cut in such a way that once a ray of light enters inside the diamond, it suffers a number of total internal reflections before it comes out of the diamond. So diamond sparkles. So this is the end of today's class. People with purpose, goals and visions have no time for drama. They invest their energy in creativity and focus on living a positive life. With this thought, let me conclude. Thank you. Have a great day. May God bless you all.